known in the world today. Every time Dick and Harry got something to say, but what they said ain't got no fabric to it. Ye takes the thoughts with dice right through it. It's all about rumors and people feuding. If we're not uplifting, then what we doing? Yeah, they love the culture, yet they trying to wreck it. But are we ready to go hard to protect it? If we don't stand firm, then we're sure to fall. Are you ready to fight this thing and accept the call? Or it's all about dealerships and the mall? Now I'm ready to go for broke like Apostle Paul. I'm charged with the task to keep it real, moving straight forward, not about to yield. Tackling every subject, yeah, you know the drill. R.I.P. Guru, I bring that mass appeal. Our ancestors stood tall despite abuse. We got all the tools, so what's our excuse? It's time to show a face and take off the mask. It's something every yay, it's the podcast. 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 It's something every yay, it's the podcast.
What it do, do. Welcome to another episode of Some Every Yay, the podcast. I'm your host, Daniel F. Jones. We're going to get this thing right started. I got an awesome young brother I want y'all to meet today. First, to do a few little housekeeping things real quick. Need everybody watching this, go to YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, Daniel F. Jones. You must put Daniel F. Jones. There's some other Daniel Jones out there. One, you might get me on another podcast, and also you might see some other bootleg Daniel Jones. But Daniel F. Jones, the realest. So that's the one you need to see. Also, follow me on Instagram, Dacola_32. Dacola_32. All right. Let's get this thing going. I'm going to bring on this young man. And I'm going to just tell you who he is. I'm going to just bring him to the screen now. This young man here is James Garfield Harris the fourth. See, I thought it was the third, but it's the fourth. So that means, man, at some point you get married, you're gonna have to have you a son to keep this thing going.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me introduce this brother to y'all. He's currently a freshman at Southeastern University in Louisiana. He's a football player, but man, this dude has done some everything. We played football and baseball. Let's go right. First, he got here. Let me go down because he got stuff going on here, man. This young brother is an awesome young brother. He was 2 times first team All-State football, 2-time All-District, 2-time All-Northeast Louisiana, first team All-Prep, and for the title game, listen, y'all. He has 6 state championships. 6. He won 2 in football and 4 in baseball. Listen what I said. And I think his sophomore year, they lost in the semis. Is that correct?
Yes,
So,
sir.
and then his freshman year, when he came over, he was at another school. If he was at that school his freshman year, they won a state championship but he wasn't there. So he'd have left there with 7. They got 2. And this is the state of Louisiana. He was at Oak Grove High School in Louisiana. Awesome program. And I just, so many accolades. So I'm saying all of it. And he also was Downs Law Firm Impact Player of the Week. I mean, this young man here, because in high school you played what, a linebacker?
Yes, sir.
Or what you say, middle, outside, over what? Middle.
My sophomore year, I played a little bit outside, but junior and senior, I played middle.
Okay, so y'all know to play linebacker, you got to be to read offenses, and definitely, I know he liked to hit. So that's definitely something. We're going to go ahead and get started with this here. So, obviously, you played all sports, including basketball. But baseball and football seem the one that really gained your focus. What was it about those 2 sports individually that made you want to say, what pretty much captured your heart from those sports?
So growing up, my dad always had me around. Like at the time, I was always around football, going to football practice with him, just being the ball boy, being around the kids, just being around football. I've always, wanted to be a football player. but I started playing baseball before I started playing football, and so I also found love in that too. And then it was just a point in time where I got to high school and I was like, football is something I want to do every day. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a lot of obviously your father played football, your father coach football, so I can definitely see how that can definitely gain the interest of you like that. And like baseball, obviously that's a love and a skill set that you obviously have. And obviously right there, you put your little baseball, you and your pops, you and your pops are right there. But yeah, so going to high school, so and this was interesting to me. Now your mom's from Lake Providence, Louisiana, right?
yes,
And
sir.
your dad is from Tallulah. That's tripped out because that's straight rivalry there.
Yeah.
That's straight rivalry, those cities. So, but your freshman, you start off at Dale.
Mhm.
So my question is, what was those conversations like with your parents in terms? Because by her being from LP, he's from Tallulah. I trust me. I know a little bit about the LP scene in terms of sports. I know a lot about Tallulah. I know how McCall got his tradition, and now it's Madison, whatever. So how did those conversations say, hey, because did any one of them two wanted you to go to Madison or go stay in LP?
It was some conversations like that, but really what brought it like boiled down to it was which none of them had a good baseball program, you know. So like I've always been in Oak Grove playing Dixie. You've been around the same kids, same people.
Okay.
They had a decent baseball program, and so it was the conversation of LP and Madison was in the talk. It was just they don't have baseball, and so I wouldn't be able to play baseball like I wanted to unless I found a travel team. So just going to Oak Grove, they felt like it was the better move for me to get more exposure in the baseball world than So that's really it.
Yeah, that makes. I'm pretty sure the coach at Delhi was kind of rattled when you left.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, but Delhi, you guys weren't doing that well in football either, right?
Oh no, my freshman year, it was the COVID year. We played 5 games and we did not score an offensive touchdown.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it was time to get up out that situation real quick, and it seemed it worked out. Now, my question is, okay, coming into Oak Grove, so you'd already played with some of the young guys' baseball. You kind of was somewhat familiar with their program, but they obviously a perennial power in football and baseball. So, what was your confidence level like going into that school, perennial powerhouse, in terms of like, hey, how am I going to get into this program and establish myself with a program that's already established, already have good players? So, did you go in there very, very confidently?
I didn't go in there. I mean, I didn't go in there confident, but I knew what I can do. Because I mean, at the time, it was conversations where like they'll say like I was gonna have to grow up early because I was gonna get thrown in the fire. So I knew I was gonna have to step up and be a big part of the defense. And so it really wasn't like I was scared, but I was a little bit behind of some of the others. Just
Yeah.
I was in like the lifting program because they've been doing it a little bit more. I was just natural talent and strength going in there that kept me competing with those guys every day.
Okay. And that's things I know going into the program, particularly being as a freshman, sophomore going in there. Now, how did the upperclassmen treat you in terms of, I mean, like, were they like, okay, this dude got some talent, this is our little brother, we gonna mentor him up? Or did you have some people like, man, who this young cat think he can come in and takes my spot, when the hate start? How was it?
It was all good. They all brought me in like I was one of them. They were helping me get used to everything, helping me trying to learn the defense. Even I started hanging out with a bunch of them every day, so they're really good to me.
Oh, that's awesome because a lot of times the upper players they see a young guy, they think they're a threat, and they try to send them down a different way. That's cool. Now, I was thinking like going a little bit back. Now, as a sophomore, you say y'all lost in the semis, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so obviously as a team, y'all team had a mindset that y'all gonna make it back and win it next year. As a team, I'm sure. But individually, what did you say to yourself? What did you do to make your personal improvement so that you knew your impact would help you Oak Grove get back to where they wanted to go to?
So after that game, I mean, I knew I was gonna move because we have a linebacker that he's at the same school I'm at right now, and so he left, he graduated. I knew I was gonna have to step up and play in the middle. So I knew I had to get bigger and a lot stronger and faster. So the whole off season, I just worked on getting my weight up because I was like 205, 210 at the time, and I wanted to get to 225. But I also wanted to be kind of fast so I can make plays from sideline to sideline.
Yeah, wow. I mean, this tripped me out saying you was 205 and sophomore trying to go to 225. You know how much I weighed when I was a sophomore?
How much?
I don't even know. I know how much. Okay, I'll put it in perspective for you. My senior year, I was 168. So you make the call 2 years. So that's wow. Yeah, that's that's tripped out. So obviously, you guys the next year took care of y'all business, and y'all went on it. Y'all went on it and won that thing. So make sure this is the right. Yeah, this the year here was that 22?
That's
Was
22
it
years. Right?
22? So okay, so losing in the semis, coming back the next year with this goal, getting that. I mean, and capture that picture. Like, what are you feeling right there?
And just I was excited. I mean, I'm blessed to be in that situation because coming from that year it was a struggle for us because we lost 3 games. We went 7-3, and we were the 8 seed.
Oh wow!
So that year it was just a bunch of it was like and that team was something special because we had some people parents pass away. A bunch of players were going through a lot of difficult stuff, and we just got close. So it just felt good winning with that team and
Oh
going
wow!
to AC playing. We went from the AC. We played. I feel like we played 5 games, and 4 teams could have been in the state championship. 4 teams
Oh
could be.
that yeah. So I could imagine the
Yeah,
jubilation y'all had as a squad. But then, so I'm sure right now y'all was already saying run it back,
yeah. Mindset over there.
run it back, and y'all did just that. Y'all ran that thing back to go back to back, man. I mean, that's that's great. Now listen, y'all. Now in the midst in the midst of all this, now he's still winning baseball championships. Now, see that's that's the awesome part of this story to me. I mean, you were still winning baseball championships too. So I saw this now. This I got a question here now. I absolutely love it. I love this picture. I absolutely now see. I'm assuming
Missed
this
it.
picture was taken before y'all won your last baseball state championship, right?
It was right in the middle of baseball playoffs.
Okay, yes, because actually, people, it should be six.
Yeah,
It should be six. But listen, I just man, look, I saw this picture. I said, I'm personally gonna keep it. I might hang this picture in my office. I absolutely love this picture. And it's not like people, he was just some cat on the team, like some scrub on the team. He was a major cog. And you heard the accolades and awards I said. So I just think that's man, that's awesome. So here we go. You leave a decorated high school athlete, decorated, happy, proud. But now you're not through. You decide on Southeastern University, Louisiana. Now, what is what's your mascot?
a lie, lie
What is it?
lie. That's a lie.
Oh, okay. I know that. Okay.
I
So
think so.
okay, so you sign, you go to Southeast University. Okay, this is what I want to know. Now, okay, you were so they got you playing a DN
Yes, sir.
and what they call that Hank.
They call it Hank. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I just learned that. I mean, real recently. I know football, but I never heard that part. So, okay, so there you are now, freshman, Southeast University, Louisiana, you're on campus. What was it about their program that make you say this is the place I want to go?
So, I mean, I knew during the whole recruiting process, I knew. I mean, my coach was telling me that they're going to come and they're going to offer me. And so, during the time, like right now, we have 2 kids from Oak Grove that's on the D line with me. And so I knew about. They were telling me a lot about their program, and then from the past, I seen that they were winning conference championships, and there is a winning program. Obviously, I want to be around that. I don't want to go anywhere where. I mean, I know how to lose, but I don't want to go anywhere I don't want to lose. Like I hate losing, so that's why.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you, like I said, you got six coming from six state championships. Anything less than that, it's gonna be a it's gonna leave a sour taste in your mouth. Now, uh, I just saw this here now. See you running, which y'all getting yourself together there. Now, what is your height and how much you weigh now?
Oh, right now they got me listed at 6'2", 240.
Lord have mercy. Now, it's the reason why one I want everybody to know your size, but at the end of this, it's a reason why I wanted you to give me them stats. I'll tell you about that later. But
Okay.
oh man, I also thought you were gonna say 230, but yeah. Now, have you encountered anything since being there that you thought going in was going to be difficult, and it turned out that it wasn't difficult? And also, is there something going and you thought was going to be kind of easy, and say, "Oh, this is kind of tough"? It could be school or sports, either or.
What I thought was gonna be kind of difficult was just getting adjusted and getting used to the college life, like getting used to waking up on my own, going to get breakfast, going to eat lunch. Just waking up, getting adjusted to everything, being by myself. And the difficult part, where I thought it was gonna be kind of easy, was like I I really play D line or with my hand in the ground. So I'm trying to get adjusted to that, trying to
Okay,
trying to get there. Me, I know how to read the O line because of the linebackers. So like that part's easy. It's just getting used to playing on the edge more and more. I got
okay,
adjust. I got adjusted to the speed very well, very quick.
okay. Is it a big difference in terms of speed from high school to college?
Yeah, it's always been like that. Like going from junior high to high school, JV to varsity. It's just always like the speed. It should be a tad bit faster.
Yeah, for me going to high school to college, it wasn't the speed for me. It was more so me the strength. Like I
Yeah,
told you, I was 168, and I remember I got a routine foul. Man, I thought the dude tore my left collarbone. I thought, but what that did, I said, no, this is done. I started actually. I used to lift before games. I really did because it put me in an aggressive. I didn't do powerlifting, but it would give me an aggressive move because I didn't want to be felt, taken advantage of. And
yeah.
then I became stronger. So yeah, absolutely. Now, what are you majoring in?
Kinesiology.
Oh snap! Oh Lord have mercy, man. Let me tell you something. Hey, people. I took that in college. The bones were always easy to me. The muscles, it's amazing how many muscles in our body. That's hey man, hey. So what exactly do you want to do with kinesiology in terms of
So,
career? But first, I'm saying we still shooting for the NFL. Let's just
yeah,
put
so,
let's put that out there. But in terms of your just what career would you like that in kinesiology?
I'm gonna after school go to physical therapy school, then just become a PT somewhere.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Start my own clinic.
Okay, yeah, that field is definitely gonna always be a factor. Okay, I got a question, man. We almost out of here, but let me ask you this: who are these people here?
That's my beautiful mom and dad.
Okay. Okay. So you towering over both of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this here. Let me get this here. What does this woman mean to you?
Oh, she means everything. Like she's my no matter what. She's my biggest supporter, my number one fan. She's always checking up on me. Like right now, I bet she's texting me saying how this is going, calling me, worried about, especially since fall camp started now, checking up with me every 2 hours because she knows like I'm busy. I'm busy all through the day. She wakes up whenever I wake up just to tell me good morning and have a good day and everything. So she just means a lot.
Okay. And this gentleman here.
He's the one that brought me into everything, like the sports, everything, keeping me on task, everything, telling me how everything's gonna go. Everything's gonna go. He's the car rides after I go over for a baseball game, telling me that I always need to get better and better each day because like he's always say this like somebody's right here, I'm right here, I'm high, and as we get older, people are constantly getting better. So I need to just work on little stuff and get better every single day.
Yeah, and I already know I know you're tough because not because you play like I said, like that guy who just took the screen. Your dad, I know your dad,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's a dog. He's a dog. He always has been. Um, and you guys got the first game was the 29th,
Yes, sir.
and y'all got Tulane. Is it at home?
That's a way.
Oh, okay. You going down the water. So, oh, okay. Well, man, listen. I am. Let's know. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm proud of you because obviously you're accomplished, but a lot of kids now that are playing sports coming up, they're playing, they dip it in it, then they dip it out, dip it in, dip it out. Or they want to, hey, I'm hanging with the girls, I want to gang bang, I want to do. But you stay committed. You stay committed your whole life. And obviously your parents had to put you in a situation, but if you didn't want to play and pout it, I'm sure they just took you out of it. Because I know the money, the travel, the stuff they spend, because this has been you.
Yeah.
This has been you. So keep that, man. And I'm gonna say, man, in school, man, study hard, pray much, man. I'm gonna be following you, praying for you, man. I appreciate you, y'all. This is Jay Harris. Look out for me. You know what number you gonna have?
39.
The 39. So you gotta hit people got a number 39. You gotta hit folks. So much love to you, brother. Much love to you, man. I appreciate you joining, and I'm definitely gonna be watching.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. That's an awesome young brother there. Awesome young brother. You know what? I actually forgot. I forgot what I was gonna. When I asked about his height, I'm gonna say it now 'cause when it come out. Jay, when you see this is what I want you to do. You say you 6'2", 240. I know you don't hoop no more. I want you to play your daddy one on one and just back him down for 2 points. Show how little he is to you. I want yes, bang his little butt. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me bring you back on. Wait a minute. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Listen, man. I want you to, I'm serious. And another thing, just sneak him one time, grab him, just take him down. Don't hurt him. Just hold him and show that he can't get up. Now you know you gotta sneak him because your daddy is strong as I don't know what, and he's quick, but he getting old.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, dude, you take that bass out your voice when you talk to Jay. Take that bass. that boy is too big. So yeah, but do that, man. Play on one on one. Just take him down because he can't guard down there. He can't guard you down there. Okay, I'm glad I didn't remove you, but much love to you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye bye. Yeah, that was my man Jay. But so yeah, hey, awesome young brother, man. You see how respectful he is. Awesome parents, and definitely great things for this guy. Great things to come because he's a young man who's serious about his craft, serious about his craft, serious about his life, serious about what he wants in his life, and we gotta honor and shoot out all our young people that's doing great things. We always hear the news of people doing bad things. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. So real quick, it's time for our Olympic roundup. Oh. Yeah, that get me in that mood for the Olympics, man. I love that. Love that. So quick roundup. Let's see what's going on in the Olympics. I'm gonna start off first with our men basketball. We had our first quarterfinal game yesterday. Took care of business. Beat Brazil rather soundly. Led by we had like I think 6 or 7 in double figures, led by Devin Booker with 18. Anthony Edwards followed with 17. And B played very, very well, shot well from the 3 too. LeBron had this 13, 14, like 9 assists. So we did our thing. Looked real good defensively, active. Just we look real good. So next round, semi tomorrow, we go against Serbia, the Joker squad. Yo, the Joker and them, they were down 24. They were down 24 points. And they came back and won that thing. You know, Patty Mills, he was on fire for Australia, but the Serbs went on and took care of it. So we got to play them in the semis. Now, we do know this. We do know we beat Serbia twice rather handily. Steve Kerr is not going to allow them to go in sleeping. That's 2 games. It's difficult to beat any good team 3 times, but I think we can do it. We can't be slipping. And Kerr is definitely going to. He's already spoke about that. And LeBron is a vet now. He learned how to be a leader in Miami, so he's not going to let those guys slack up either. So that should be a good thing. In the other quarters, this one was crazy. France put them things on Canada. Now, Canada was doing a lot. Well, let me say, Canada was doing a lot of talking. You know, not Devin Brooks. What's the other Brooks cat? Always talking noise. He used to play with Memphis. Then it was Houston. He was talking noise, saying that they was going to beat the U.S. I said, you got to beat folks before you even get to the U.S. And they lost yesterday. And Wemby, you know, he had a good scoring game. He was only like 2 for 10, I think. He only had like 7. He had like 12 boards, 5 assists, altered a lot of shots. And even though SGA had 27, did his thing, it don't matter. France moves on. France moves on. And now they're going to have to play Germany. Germany beat Greece and Giannis on yesterday, so that's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. So we're going to see how that's going to play out. Giannis did his thing what he could. He had 22, but it wasn't. I think they ended up beating them. I don't know, but it wasn't that many. It wasn't a blowout, but so now we got the Final Four set. They play tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see though what adjustments Serbia is going to make, because you beat somebody twice, you lose somebody twice handily. You got to make some type of adjustments. You have to make some type of adjustments. So it's going to be curious. I love the behind the scenes, the strategizing. That's one of the fun part about coaching. I love particularly because even when you win, when I watch films of games that I've won, I look at everything negative that we do. Because you get caught up seeing how good you're doing things. Like, oh man, you get caught up and you miss some of those things where even though you won, that you still could have done better. Now, our women are playing now. Let's see, they should be playing now. What is the score? They play in Nigeria. Or did they? Oh, yeah, it's 4th quarter. We up 76-51. We up 76-51. So we putting them things on Nigeria. This is the quarterfinal game. So it's early. So we got 9 minutes left in the 4th. So we rolling with that. We're good to go. Now, this was the biggest story so far of the Olympics. If you guys see the 100-meter men, they said that is the closest 100 final ever. Somewhat controversial, somewhat. Now, Noah Lyles won for the U.S. Now, was it Kayshawn Thomas of Jamaica? His foot, I don't know if you can see it, his orange shoe, he crossed the line first. But in 2016, they changed the rule to where it's your torso. If you look at Lyle's torso here at the end, his chest is crossing. Hold on, I'm going to get a better picture. If you can look at his chest and see the space in between, even though his foot is crossed, that means nothing. It's a rule. It's not something they just made up today. So if you look at his chest, his torso is not crossed. Lyles. Noah Lyles. So he's the Olympic champion. Obviously, Thompson get the silver, and Fred Furley got the bronze for the U.S. It was crazy. They literally had both the same times. Lyles and Thompson had a 9.79, so they had to go to the still photos to determine the winner. I thought that was awesome. Tomorrow he's going to be in the 200 final, trying to get that double, the 200 and 100. He said he want to be a rock star in track. He wanted to be a star, so he's doing the talk. Had his little braids. I would have filled in the nail polish, but hey, do you, cuz. But hey, that's what it is. Our women 200. Our women 200. Just like we're getting back to glory in terms of our women track. Gabby Thomas won the 200. She did it in 21.83. Julian Alfred that won the 100 from St. Lucia, she came in second. And we have also brought up the rear with bronze with Brittany Brown from the U.S. But Gabby's doing her thing. She's definitely a star. You see the emotion on her face. Hey, it's another gold medal for her. She did her thing for sure. Proud of her in that regard. Very, very proud. We're rolling. So let's see what's up. So what I want to do now, I usually do some other commentary before the show, but my man, he just got back from a meeting. He got to go eat. So I wanted to get him out so he can go ahead and take care of his business. I know how it is as a college athlete. Your schedule is very, very limited, and the time you have just to chill, because I think they are doing 2-a-days. This may have been his second, but I know they definitely doing a lot of film work. So that's what that's on. So there's a story I want to talk about here. But where did it go? I thought this was crazy. It says, mummified monkey remains were found in luggage at Boston airport. Okay, let me say it again. Mummified monkey remains were found in luggage at a Boston airport. It says the traveler at Boston Logan International Airport said the bag contained dried fish. But upon further examination, airport agents discovered that it was in fact mummified remains, which included heads belonging to 4 monkeys, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said in a statement. This incident took place on Thursday at a security screening for passengers. A canine officer named Buddy sniffed out the dead and dehydrated monkeys from the inside luggage belonging to a traveler who returned to the U.S. from the Dominican Republic of Congo. This is really an old story. I happened in February, but it's new to me. I'm sure it's going to be new to somebody else. It says raw or minimally processed meat from certain wild animals, otherwise known as bush meat, is not allowed to enter the U.S. largely out of health concerns. Bush meat can carry germs and often cause illness, including Ebola. But this is not the first time something like this happened. In 2022, agents at Washington, let me take this off. Agents at the Washington Dulles Airport confiscated a charred bat. A charred bat. Who carries a burnt up bat? And also in 2019, here in Chicago at O'Hare International Airport, agents intercepted about 32 pounds of rat meat. Stop. A lot of questions here. First of all, why you bring any kind of meat in a bag on the airport? But then rat meat and 32 pounds, that's a lot of meat. Think about this. A lot of times people make spaghetti or tacos, they do 1 or 2, sometimes 3 pounds of ground meat or whatever. Think of how much meat that is. They had 32, I don't know if she or he, but they had 32 pounds of it. Man, that's crazy as hell. And it was here in Chicago. Dude, you got stopped for no reason. All you got to do is go down Chicago, a lot of them alleys. There's rats everywhere in some of the alleys. Yeah, there's rats everywhere. Nice, thick, fat ones. Get you some and cut them up and do whatever. But I thought that was crazy when I saw that. Absolutely crazy. This next story here is, I would say crazy, but somewhat interesting to me. Let me get it here. It says, pull it up here. Okay, it says sharks off the Brazil coast test positive for cocaine. The drug was found in all 13 wild Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks tested, with a concentration as much as 100 times higher than previously reported for other aquatic creatures. Now, that's interesting right there. So other things been eating cocaine, and I guess they figured because smugglers are dumping stuff off, but it also says researchers have long suggested that sea life could be impacted by drugs dumped in the water by smugglers, with tons of cocaine found around Florida, South and Central America. The scientists dissected 13 wild Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks that were brought from small fishing vessels as the species spend their entire lives in coastal waters and where they are most likely to be affected by pollution. Their muscle and liver tissue were tested, which is a standard technique called liquid chromatography. So obviously, anything you throw in the water, animals in the water are going to try to eat. But they said there was more concentration of these sharks than other animals. So my thing is, do sharks like cocaine? Is it killing them or is it increasing their aggressiveness? Because cocaine is a stimulant. It's not a depressant. It's not a depressant. Like, for instance, alcohol is a depressant. Heroin go down because it takes you down. Depressant. People think, hey, I was turned up because I was drinking. Yeah. When you first drink, you can get that initial euphoria, you ready to party. But as you continue to drink, you start to wind down and you're not as energetic. You know what I'm saying? Whereas cocaine is a stimulant. So I'm just curious how that affects them. I'm sure they're going to try to find out. So I just thought that was interesting. This next story here happened in April, but I ain't heard of it. It's kind of interesting. I want you guys to actually see it though. Let me share this story here. Give me a minute here. Let me see here. Okay.
A high school athletic director under arrest for allegedly framing a Baltimore principal with AI-generated audio.
I'm the principal here, me and only me.
Dazon Darian charged with disrupting school activities after investigators say he manipulated principal's voice and spread offensive media in January. The audio, which sparked widespread outrage, included disparaging remarks about Black and Jewish students and parents, and he even mentioned Darian by his nickname.
And don't let me get started on DJ. I'm going to drag his black out of here one way or another.
Take a listen to how similar Iceworth's actual voice.
As student athletes, you have won county, region, and state championships with grace and humility.
Is to the one suspected to be AI.
How hard is it to get these students to meet their grade level expectations?
Denied ever making the comments, and police now confirm the audio was fake.
Some of the telltale things that we saw were the fact there's a bit of a monotone. There's not so much changing in pitch toward the end of sentences.
Charging documents allege the recording contained traces of AI-generated content with human editing after the fact, which added background noises for realism.
Through their investigation, detectives allege Mr. Darian made the recording to retaliate against the principal who had launched an investigation into the potential mishandling of school funds.
Police say the incriminating audio spread online after Darian anonymously emailed it to 2 other teachers. Darian waived his right to being held on bond. He did not respond to NBC's request for comment. Eiswert did not want to comment on ongoing criminal proceedings.
As we continue to embrace emerging technology and its potential for innovation and social good, we must also remain vigilant against those who would abuse it for malicious intent.
Officials say the profound repercussions caused significant disruption.
Okay. So I thought it was interesting because AI, listen, people, I know we're in a digital age and we have to go with the times. And I think AI has some value. I'm not totally sold on it. But what I do know, sometimes we get too smart for ourselves. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. I'm glad the officials were able to get in. And who knows? The principal could think that way for real. Who knows? But the fact that someone can take your voice and put things, I've seen it in a lot of videos when they have press conferences with the person's voice saying some outlandish stuff that they wouldn't say. I think we gotta be very careful. I think we're getting too smart for ourselves. Now, if somebody use my voice for AI, listen. And they saying something crazy, let me find out. I'm suing for slander. And you know what I'm saying? So definitely, hey, we got to be careful with that. See, a lot of times everything stuff is created. God creates certain things for us for good, but people always find a way for evil or wrong. So I just thought that was crazy. Okay, my last story here is new thing now. Kamala, she has a VP choice. Was it Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota? I don't know a whole lot about him. I looked, read a little bit about him. I know if we win that state, we get 10 electoral votes, but he got some people that's praising him, and obviously the Republican side, his detractors are saying some things. People that's looking out saying, hey, he's a good guy. They say he was very instrumental in the prosecution of the officers involved in the George Floyd murder. But on the flip side, some Republicans saying, yeah, but he was slow to mobilize law enforcement to help stop the looting or the violence or the arson. So, of course, everybody gonna have their side. So I don't know why she picked him. Well, let me say this. Why she was part of the team that picked her, because she didn't pick her alone. This was a entire Democratic decision. But the bottom line is that's who it is, Tim Walz, governor. I don't know much about him. I'm sure we'll hear more about him as time go on. So that's cool, interesting. So as more things develop, I will talk about that more. But hey, y'all, I had a good time today. I hope you all did. We're just trying to keep this thing rolling. So remember to subscribe. Subscribe, y'all. Go to YouTube, subscribe, put in Danye F. Jones. And like I said, go over the content. Like I said, I'm about positivity, I'm about information, I'm about humor, I'm about sports. That's why it's something every day. It's something, so I think too broadly to just focus on one thing, but we will have another show next week. Catch me Friday. I'll be uploading my Friday fables. I tell a Friday fable every Friday, something funny, something serious, something crazy that happened to me, and just to keep this thing going. So much love again, y'all. Shout out to Jay Harris, y'all. He's awesome young man. Would love him to go to the NFL, but whatever he does, he's going to be successful because he has the right spirit, he has the right heart, he has the right mindset. They have an awesome, awesome big family on both sides. So he has a lot of love. People pouring into. We come from a sports family, so I just got a lot of love for that young brother. So thanks for y'all joining in. Just make sure we keep this thing going. Much love to everyone that's Leo, all my August people. It's our whole month. I passed mine, but happy birthday to anybody who's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to everybody in the month of August. We're going to rock this thing all month. Much love to y'all. See you when I see you. Remember, there's something every day. There's something every day. Holla.
Things going on in the world today. Every time Dick and Harry got something to say, but what they said ain't got no fabric to it. Yay takes the thoughts with dice right through it. It's all about rumors and people feuding. If we're not uplifting, then what we doing? Yeah, they love the culture, yet they trying to wreck it. But are we ready to go hard to protect it? If we don't stand firm, then we're sure to fall. Are you ready to fight this thing and accept the call? Or it's all about dealerships and the mall?